Dang, I'm taking these out easy. Well, that's one good thing here. I can just test and see how these go. Yep, pretty decent crews. Take these out pretty quickly. Let's see. Nice. Cleared one. A few trial bells to go into the next round. Got some rare fragments. Let's see how far these Taco Bells get me. I can't remember if it will let me claim 80 more. There we go. Keep it going. There's a couple of forbidden texts unlocked to me at this level. Building level, I should say. Not my ops level, that has nothing to do with it, really. At least at this point. Let's see what they got to throw at me. If it gets too hard, I can always swap to my tally, because that's stronger. It's a stronger interceptor. And of course, my alliance is doing Stellas, which I don't need to do. Well, I'll try and help them sometimes and run a few. But with so much to do in the game, you gotta pick and choose. And right now, Stella's not a priority. We're bound to hit a board probe sooner or later, and I may have to swap out whether I want to or not. But I like this ship. First G4 rare. And it's my highest tiered G4 rare. With a decent loot bonus. We're sitting at the Empire attack, 70% more resources from hostiles, which is nice. And I'm over halfway to the treasury just from the different loops and the different events today. Mining, mining, mining. Killing Q hostiles, right. I'm getting a lot of these, what do you call them again? Protomatters. Got 30 more and working towards unlocking the next level. Might be wasteful for those Taco Bells, but I just want to see how far we can get tonight. Based upon the strength of these, I should be able to knock out this level of hostiles no problem. It's starting to take a sliver of hull from me, or with all the battles I've done. 43 million. Oh, see, we're getting up to 250 million up there. So near the top should be harder. But for now, I'm doing pretty good. Be interesting to see what we have to do to beat those tougher hostiles. I don't know if we'll see that on stream tonight or not. Oh, I took Q off of the Monavine. That's probably why it's getting hammered. I think I took him off for these hostiles. No, I don't have him on there. Did I put Q on or Hugh on? Yeah, he's on that ship. Alright. Alright, there's another level. 30 more Taco Bells. Alrighty. We're just marching on ahead. Ooh. Borg probe, better switch. Alright. Let's recall this. See what we got. So miners are mining pretty well. Probably most of them get close to 300k. 2 are over, one's a little bit under, I guess. But tempted, and I said in a video I was going to get a 4th Meridian, but I just don't want to spend it on another miner in my event store loot. I'd rather spend it on something else. So I will save my loot from now on and see what we can get. Alright, let's switch it out. Switch it out. Alright, Tally, let's show them what you got. Let's take some stuff down. I got more power than the probe, so definitely knocking this one out. Alright, there's the probe done. Got a couple more starts left in me. We won't be doing this all tonight, unfortunately. Seems like I could do the first trials. I did that in one go. But I am getting a good stash of the protomatter, so that will be awesome. Which of course I need to turn in to get to the next level of Q trials. We'll have to see how this one goes, if I can beat all of them. I may not worry about going to the next level, saving to upgrade my building, quickly anyways. May focus on upgrading some, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, the Tau is a good ship, isn't it? Lots of hull. Strong ship. It's, what, tier 11 now? One more tier to go, but that's not, I think I need a part at level 58. It won't let me upgrade it until Ops 58, I think. I need to check. 56, 58, I think it's 58. Alrighty, let's take out this guy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, let's claim that one. Does that give me... Ooh, got me enough. Let's see. Come on. 40 Taco Bells, some emblems of assessment, and other stuff. This rare forbidden fragments will help. I'm starting to try to claim some of those. Slightly stronger here. So the emblems of assessment. Well, the rare fragments, if I go to what, forbidden tech. So I'm starting to try to get the Borg alcove. And I should probably look at the map, make sure, and the nanoplating. I need to look to see... Others are mining, I think, and so I'm not as interested in those, but these have some benefits that are interesting to me, so I should see if I have enough rare fragments, or if I should just pick one and focus on that one. Alright, we've got enough for one more. And looks like the Monavine got destroyed, so yay for that. Let's see. Are all the officers on there that I usually have? I don't have Hull with Tendi. I can drop that one, and let's see. Tendi must be on another ship. Never mind. But let's put it out again. Why not? So put it out there to try and get a few more the loot items for the Monavine. Alrighty. Hey Steve, good evening my friend. Well, I just started about 20 minutes ago and decided I would just go ahead and hit up some of these Q trials. I think that's as far as I'm going to get though. So you missed the fun there. Watching me click on things. Let's see. So I am on this 3-star battleships. I got that far. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers. This is, I just got to the building level 25. So I unlocked the, what, 3-star? These 3 stars. And I got through just a few of the levels there. I was just saying that I think that I'll be able to get most of the way. The last couple tiers will be interesting. So did you get your building to 25 then already? I got mine there a couple days ago. Just haven't gotten around to doing any more of these until tonight. Ah, 21. Well, you know, I kind of let mine go. Just kind of like, what's the point? I had all this other stuff grabbing my attention, I guess. Yeah. It's a slow progression. I did kind of slow down a little bit because I did spend some of the proto matter on upgrading some of the research, so that's something that held me back. Let's see what I need to mine ISO-wise. That's 2-star I just mined. Maybe I'll get a little bit more 3. So Steve, you still waiting on the event store? See if they're going to add anything, or have you? Oh yeah, so you did get the 100. Cool. You know, I haven't heard anything. Last I heard it was 100. They just still have that capped at 100. Gosh, I wish they would do more. I wish they'd let you get a full unlock this month. Especially since it's so limited that you've got to be in like the top alliances, top 3 alliances probably in your server to get it through the territory capture. Anyways. Well, I think even though they haven't opened it up yet, I hope they do, but at least you've got the 100. That's something. And to be honest, Steve, until you're a 50 plus, I think the biggest benefit from the Monavine is the resources you can get per day. So it's probably not end of the world, but it'd be nice to get your ship, to get working on it, and to get it leveled up because it will take some time. $99 blueprints on your amalgam. Nice. Yeah, I think I remember you saying now that you like doing the rating, so that's a good choice. Kind of holding off on the rest of my loot. There just wasn't a lot in the store that for me was that interesting. I did get some Defiant parts and some parts for the Monavine to upgrade it, which was kind of really expensive for it, but I figured with as many pains as I have upgrading my ships, G5 ships, that I felt like, investing there was a good thing for me in my game progression. So mining, use the amalgam to mine with, Steve? Yeah, I'm saving the rest of mine too. Maybe I'll do a Borg run just to get some more speed ups. I switch. Oh, I've got 5 on my Monavine. Alright, we'll go with a different officer then. Let's just go with Hammer, I think, for synergy. Picard! Yep. He is a really good officer. I've really liked using him for my a couple of different things, but just getting more loot has been huge. Makes a big difference. Let's see. If I go group, I think that's what I want. Oh, that's right. He's on the Monavine. Duh. Alrighty. Well, we'll just do without him, I guess. I sometimes forget that I've got him doing that. So Picard, what I've been doing with Picard, Steve, is I've been using Picard Data 5. And so you get, what is it, the 60% from Picard, the 40% synergy from Data, so that's 100%, and then my 5 of 11 is tier 4, so I have 80% there, so there's a 180% boost just from that. And so it helps with not just loot, because I'll farm broken ship parts in deep space, but not only loot, but you'll also get extra faction rep from using them. So well, that's a good question, Steve. So the difference between PMC and kind of the Picard crew, the main difference is that with Pike Moreau Chen, it's going to have a significant decrease to the incoming damage. So I would say in the G4 area, so that's up to like level 50 hostiles, PMC is almost always your go-to, because what ends up happening is that Chen, not only do you get max mitigation, but Chen reduces the incoming damage of energy weapons significantly, so even before your ship has to mitigate any damage. So I don't know if that's too complicated, but bottom line, PMC is fantastic for reducing damage. Where I use the Enterprise, Picard, Data, and 5, I'm willing to take more ship hull damage, a little bit more with each battle, because I really want to get that loot. I want to get the loot quicker. I want to get the faction rep quicker. So it makes kind of my runs more efficient as far as like use of my time, if that makes sense. Newton. So besides those bonuses from like Picard and Data and 5 of 11, you'll also have, the Newton will have its ship ability to increase loot, so it depends upon the level of your ship. So that will add how much loot you're getting as well. So Newton's a good ship to have. It's a battleship, so it's slower, but you could still use it to farm hostiles and loot and do pretty good with getting your faction up at the same time. So it's kind of a toss. And then what I'll do below decks is I'll typically add like Tom Paris for mitigation, because you really don't have a mitigation officer with Picard Data. The advantage that they have is that they will do the isolytic damage, which typically will do more damage and lower the rounds. So the rounds don't go as long, so you might take a little damage as far as that goes. But yeah, Pike Moreau Chen is really fantastic for reducing incoming damage for energy weapons. Using 511, switch it to Enterprise Picard. Yeah, I just have like Picard is the captain, and then the officers are Data and 511. So might be worth just doing a run and seeing, okay, how much do you get from, maybe you kill 10 or 15 hostiles, and anyways, you can kind of compare the results. Both your damage that you have taken, what's your whole health left at, and compared with how much rep you get with each run too. Yes, Slatanic, exactly. I will do that as well. So you'll get more biotoxins. And then, if either of you have used your Voyager, if you have one, I don't know, I can't remember if you do or not, Steve, but if you use your summoning ability in, what was it, Missile Up for faction messages? I know Rev has mentioned a couple of his videos, and one of the first videos I made, I talked about it too a long time ago. But let's see here. So you've got the Voyager system Missile Up right here, and then I've never gone to this one. I just was a high enough level when I figured it out, but I think it's Shalika. So you can go to those systems, and when you summon, it'll summon a Borg cube, and using that to increase your loot drops as well. Yep, and that's actually a good point, Slatanic. As you all are thinking, I don't know if you thought about this, maybe you have, but as you're thinking about the event store loot, if you have extra and you're thinking about officers, Neelix is probably a good one to get because there's not great sourcing for the Voyager officers. I don't remember. I think mine is... Where is my Neelix? I don't remember if he's tier 1 or 2. But that is interesting. I want to see where he is at. Neelix. So yeah, my Neelix is just tier 1. Whoops. So an extra 15% there. Yeah, I did that. I think I ended up having something like, what was it, like 4,500 juice for doing that with faction messages during the last incursions, but it gave me a ton of scout messages. Slatanic, you probably have just totally rocked it with those. Let's see. I only did it during the last one. But I'm going to have Federation messages for a long time. Or Klingon, sorry. Klingon ones. I said Federation because that's my lowest faction at the moment. But that's where I'm at. I've got 238 of Klingon, 57 Romulan, and 163 Federation. You're at 25,000? Oh my gosh. Slatanic, how long did that take you to go through that? Like at 300 a pop? Wow. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, no joke. Huh. That's worth thinking about. Maybe you do enough of the biotoxins to get 1 or 2, maybe 2 pulls, just enough to make sure you're doing your common anomalies. Yeah, Steve, you've got to have Picard has to be your captain in order, because that's his captain's maneuver. Group. So his captain's maneuver is the 100. Well, is 100% because I've got him paired with Data on a ship right now. So you get 60 for Picard, 40 from Data. But in the case of doing the summoning, you drop Data and use your 5. Unless your 511 is only tier 1, then it probably makes sense to have Data instead. But yeah, if you don't have Enterprise Picard, then 5 of 11 is a good option to have as captain. Yeah, and that's, I think, the key is, you don't need to always max the rare pulls either. I think you get most of your artifacts from the common anomalies, which I get plenty of. Oh, -2, Slatanic. No, that 5th level is a beast. Oh, I'm there with you. Let's see here. I think I might be a little closer. Let's see here. But let's see where my 5 is at. I want to say I'm at like 200 something. Oh no, 360. So there we go. I'm closer. But only marginally so when you say it's 1,000 you have to get. Oh, that 5th tier. Oh. Yep, 1,000. Oh, I don't know. I figure I'll get there eventually. Arguably still one of the best officers in the game. Very useful for so many different situations. How about you, Steve? Where is your 511 at? I would love if they added 511 to the transporter pattern store. I don't think they'll do that for a long time, especially since they keep putting crap officers in there. I mean, I definitely did not need. What was it they put in? 11 of 11 and Quark, right? Oh, recruit. That's what we want. Yeah, 11 and Quark. I don't know. Those are mining officers. Give me something useful. Let's see, tier 3. So if you get Picard, that's still better pairing your 5, because you should be getting what, 60% for that to the loot increase. Better by using 5 than Data, because Data only gives the 40% the synergy. So Slatanic, what are you doing for the event store? You still saving your loot till the end? Yes, he is, Steve. Well, it's only 2. They're playing on the. Let's see if we can get people to waste their credits probably before they release something else. Because you only get 2 per week. But even at that, I don't know. I don't see a point in pushing to max him with my transporter patterns. I mean, one officer that I'm working on with my transporter patterns is I'm trying to work on Deanna Troi for my away teams, the Latinum away teams mission. Oh, I'm OPC on those. Better recall those. See what happens, guys? I get to talking and all kinds of distracted. That'll get you blown up in territory space. Oh well, they're just pixels anyways, right? Boom. You know, I'm probably not as big on the mining officers anymore because, at least on my server, and I put a video out about this, but I've been using token space and I max all my pulls and I still have plenty in case we go to war. So token space is fast enough that just spending a little bit on or spending transporter patterns on a mining officer isn't going to be that impactful for me. It's interesting, you know, whenever I put out a video, I think one of the more anticipated videos are those videos where you have a lot of, or where you have discussion about officers. Those are probably some really important ones because everyone's trying to find the best officer to use in a certain situation. And sometimes I'll put a video out and I'll be like, this is the best I found for these that I've tested, but yeah. Forum trade agreement. I think I have that one. I think that's the one I have going. I think that's the same one I was talking about, Steve. Let's see here. Yep, forum trade agreement. Gets harder as you level up, and so there's better rewards, but I'm at about 27,000. And Troy... Actually, she's not a bad tier. I have one more level to get her, and I don't know how much that is going to help me, but... I've got Riker and your DC maxed. So any way I can get Latinum, I'm going to try and do that. Although, to be honest, I have stopped mining regular Latinum. I just do the concentrated now. I know it's easy to mine the other stuff, but sometimes for like sanity, with all that they keep adding to the game, you gotta... In my opinion, anyways, you've got to just make some decisions sometimes to let some stuff go. So I don't do that anymore. Besides, I've got, what, 3 Fiches now? So I don't really... I mean, it's not like I need extra ships to mine. And if they ever come out with the Ferengi Whip as a free-to-play option, some way to grind for it, you know, then I'll be set as far as that goes too. Imagine being able to mine with a Ferengi Whip with 3 Fiches. That'd be fantastic. And to be honest, that's actually something I'm really thinking about in the event store, is getting the parts to, because I'm capped where I can take my Fiches now. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it won't. If it doesn't, I'm fine with that too. I got 3 Fiches, so that's plenty for me. Although I have been pretty tempted to pay for it. I mean, it's what, like $50? And for some people, that's just not in their budget. But maybe I'll get that. 20 seconds for 280,000. That's amazing. Oh, I am jealous. Color me jelly. If that's the case, you know, Slatanic, then they really need to get some bigger nodes. How much are you sitting on now? I bet you could stock up 100 million easy. Oh, and I heard on a video of Revs that you don't want to take the whip past, like, what was it, like tier 9? I think that somehow that it's got some kind of bug at tier 9 or tier 10, so if you didn't know that, be careful how high you tier that thing. Apparently it doesn't work when you get up to higher tiers. Scopely knows, but is it a priority to fix? That's the question. Yeah, I haven't decided to spend on it either, Steve. It's a significant increase to the speed that you can mine concentrated latinum at. I didn't know that. So there's bigger nodes in 50 plus systems for concentrated latinum? Interesting. I may have to investigate that. Yeah, but even if you're mining 280,000 in 20 seconds, did you say? Yeah. Gosh, you could mine millions like that. I've slowly been stocking up. I have this annoying habit where, at least to a certain point, I'll mine and then I'll get like a certain threshold of this is my minimum that I like to have for whatever resource, and then I will push myself because I'll say to myself, well, since you don't play much on the weekends, because I typically don't play a ton under most weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays, but then I'll mine a little bit extra so I don't have to worry about that weekend. But then sometimes I do play on the weekend and I let's just say I push up my threshold a little bit at a time, it seems like, for different things. That'd be so nice. Knock that out pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm at 31.4 myself, so I've kind of gone nuts with the concentrated latinum and stocking up on that. But sometimes I will have a G5 node that I just sat on overnight, and sometimes that will finish or mostly finish the event for me, so it's not too bad. But not everyone is able to sit on G5 nodes. So there's that too. Steve, let's just hope for guys like you and me and other people that they do come out with a free-to-play option. Who knows? You almost have to have a schedule. That's true. I've heard some people take Mondays to do their isogen, mining the ISO, just because they knock out the latinum and then they spend the rest of the time mining ISO. Sometimes I'll stock up on 1 star on Mondays. I didn't do this last Monday. I actually did the heroic with my fichas, and that was what was it, like 6 hours or 8 hours of swapping miners. It was horrible. I swear I'm never gonna do that again. Yeah, I said in a previous, was a previous stream maybe? Anyways, I was going to go with the fourth Meridian, and I haven't decided if I want to spend it on that or on officers this month. You know, I've gotten by okay with what I have. You need 3 more Meridians. You're a monster. That's all I have to say. And you know, Steve, you'll eventually get there where you have some crews. I can actually crew my 3 Meridians. 2 of them are over 300,000 protected cargo, and 1 is a little bit under. I want to say it's like 250 just by putting some augment crews on there. So it's actually not too bad. It's definitely less babysitting than I had to do when they first came out. Yep, and if you stack your meridians so that they're not all right next to each other, if you have one that's hit, you can just go and recall the others, and usually you lose 1 that way. I guess if you had 7, there's still the chance that someone might get one of your other ones, but you could mine that stuff pretty quick with 7. Oh, good golly, 7. I couldn't have imagined having 7. But the cost that, you know, for the turn-ins over 50 went up when they did that update. So, yeah, there's definitely something to say that having more than 1 or 2 has its, you know, its merit. I have a couple guys in my alliance that will use their, and I think it's a waste, but for them it's a time saving. So, you know, it depends where you're at with your life and what you can do, but they will use the freebooter credits to do a turn-in, a single turn-in daily for their ISO to make it easier so they can keep up on it. But then again, they just probably don't have the time. Oh, Slytanic, must be an alliance that has one of those territory captured. Must be in the top 3, huh? It's tough if you're not getting the Monavine, you know, blueprints. So remind me, how many do you get and how much does it cost you for a pull? Oh, nice. I think eventually that may be more commonplace after people have gotten the Monavine. It won't be as much of a, hey, we have to have and keep this territory. 50K, huh? Yep. Yep. So 18 blueprints. Well, if you get the 100 in the battle pass, or not the battle pass, sorry, if you get that in the event store, maybe it's not worth it, but everyone's a different level. Remind me your ops, Slytanic. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get that ISO than it's ever been when you're above 50 for sure. $49. So getting the Monaveen is, I would say, a pretty big priority, or should be for you, but it sounds like you're working towards it. Just because those resource pulls are really important, I found, in the 50 range. And people say that, but I can definitely testify to that. Seven unlocked. Is that the Epic Officer or the Fleet Commander? You must be talking about the Officer, I'm guessing. Because you're probably talking about the event store. I was just thinking about the different things in the game. I've liked 7 of 9 for the extra criticals, or the extra critical damage, I think it is, right? Let me check. I don't think it's critical chance, I think it's damage. Where are you? 7 of 9, let's see. Yeah, hit damage. Got mine at tier 2. I'm interested in some research I haven't gotten to yet just because I've been prioritizing other things. But I was looking at it again today or yesterday, I can't remember what it was. But it's research for the Monaveen. Pretty good stuff there. But this Tachyon Hostile Eruption, increasing your isolytic damage against FKR ships or Armada targets. So it doesn't start off super high, but as you get to higher tiers, even 5 to 10% would be a pretty good jump there with the when you add to the other officers that are also doing the isolytic damage. I think that 7 is definitely worth it. I think that the tough part with how I've crewed it is getting mitigation for your ship. So I'll usually run on one of my ships Chakotay, Janeway, and 7 of 9. So you get the isolytic damage, you get the extra shots from Chakotay, you get the extra critical damage from 7 of 9. So pretty good impact in your game. Armadas, group armadas for sure, but also helpful for me in like solo armadas. So I think she's a fantastic officer to go for. The problem is, as an epic officer, if you're not close, it could take a good chunk of your event store loot. So it's something you have to consider. Just got to be careful with that mitigation that you don't have when you have her. You lost some battles. PvP, right? Yeah, putting her below deck helps a lot too. $14's not bad. How close are you, Steve? Congrats if you're working towards Ops 47. Hopefully you're getting close. Right, only have 69. Alrighty, well. Depends on what other goodies you have your eyes on the store, I guess. You know, when I haven't tracked it, I'm sure that other content creators have done this. Maybe I should start doing this for event stores, but I wonder how the event store loot stacks up this month. Have either of you tracked that, or do you have you not spent? I think you both have probably said that you spent on certain things. I thought I saw one or two people in Discord on one of the servers mention something about how the event store loot seemed a little light this month. I was just talking out loud, just curious. I mean, we still have a little while left, but... Well, something to consider is if you are going to go up in Ops, Steve, it's good to do it during a month because that will mean your reward should increase for the next battle pass. Yeah, the prices are about the same, and I don't think, at least for me, that there's anything like amazing that they've added to the event store this month that they haven't had before. When you take out like unique things like the Monobean and the Cube, but I mean like stuff that was already in the game that they haven't added. You don't have the refit. Which one is that? Slatanic? Well, last event store they got pressure from the content creators. Scopely doesn't. I'm not big enough for them to talk to me, but they pushed them and they got more loot in that last week, I think it was. Oh, so the one for the Hydra where you aren't limited to just the one resource, huh? That's not a bad option, honestly. I'm a little crazy, and I just went with getting all G4s, so it didn't matter to me. And I haven't mined G4 in regular deep space for who knows how long, many months. All depends on your server, but I'm a token miner. I've been converted to the religion of token mining systems. Of course, if you have a system like Steve where they do OPC hunting, I don't know if that's just ISO, but My server will leave those G4 and G5 token systems alone for the most part. I have yet to be hit. Of course, it would suck if I was hit. I'd probably go ballistic and just kill everyone in sight. No, we have a couple that that might, if they got the warp range. Oh, I'm sorry, Joseph. I just was looking at Slatanic and Steve's comment. I didn't see yours. I apologize about that. And to be fair, the color on my screen, anyways, maybe I'm getting a little bit colorblind here, but it's a similar color to Steve's from where I'm sitting. So this weekend you're going to hit 50. Well, congratulations. That is a huge milestone. So, getting the Fisha to tier 12, yeah, fantastic. It's 1.5 million pull right now for my max Fisha, but it gives me 30,000 Latinum a day, which is pretty sweet. Oh, good, Steve. Well, there you go. That's what you need to do, my friend. Just stock up in token system. Too bad they don't have a token ISO system for you. So, question, Joseph, are you going to stay at 50? Have you thought about jumping to 51 right away? Ooh, all the servers list. Does anyone know that? I swear that I've seen that posted on Discord somewhere where someone posted the status, but I don't really know. Sorry, Alex, I don't know that one. I wonder if I can see anything on... I couldn't remember, Slatanic. I went... The reason why I was asking you, Joseph, about what you were kind of thinking is I went to 50, and then there was no... If I remember right, there were no, like common G5 resources. It was just, like, materials, like tons of steel, for example. And so I spent a ton of steel. I spent a ton of Latinum for speed ups. And I think I went straight to 51 so I could start getting some uncommons, I think it was. So I can't remember when the Fisha was, when you could max it, because I went straight to 51. I wonder if I can see anything in here. Let's see. I'm just looking up really quick, see if I can find anything. Yep. We're just trying to do a search in Discord. Thanks for hanging out, Slatanic. It was good chatting with you. I'll probably go in a little bit myself, probably maybe another 15 minutes, everyone, just because my little girl needs help with her homework. So someone's got to help her. Her mom's got stuff tonight, so that's fun being a parent, is helping your kids with math and having to try to remember math when you're their age. And she's so stubborn. She's like, "No, Dad, that's not how my teacher does it." And I'm like, just like from The Incredibles, math is math. You're on 2 servers. I'm on 21 myself. I think you're right. I think her teacher is wrong. Gosh, Alex, I'm not finding anything right away. There's probably some list that someone maintains out there, but besides Scopely, I guess. It's a whole nother language, isn't it? I swear you should get credit for math and learning another language. Alright, let's do a poll and let's see what we got. This will be some of the Monavine, but mostly... Alright, so the 12 hours, 16 of those, that's what, 8 days? Or over 10 days worth of speed ups there. I'll take that. Any all speed ups I can get. I was kind of hoping when I got high enough of a level hitting the board probes, they would start dropping 1 day speed ups, but I haven't seen that yet. But I'll take what I can get. And getting 8.6 million is, nothing to turn away either. Well, 18-year-olds know everything, don't they? Although that's later in the teenage years, so I don't know. My kid's he's a preteen. My daughter, I think she's a preteen too, even though she's much farther away from becoming a teen. Slatanic, I think I'm going to go grab some 1-star myself. I'm actually pretty excited because I'm going to be off of work for basically the next 2 weeks. So after tomorrow, I have a half day tomorrow. We should have a company party, and then I'll be off. Probably had one of those roll your eyes and, oh, come on. Like, you don't need to make math out of everything, Dad. Or, I'm guessing Dad. That's how my boy is when I try and ever relate stuff to him. He always rolls his eyes. He's like, you don't need to always try and teach me stuff, Dad. I think this next event store, this next spend event, so this coming weekend, leave now. I'm done with you. I was going to say that this coming weekend, I think I'm going to focus on some of the 50 plus station research. My upgrades are just ridiculous for my G5 ships. Okay, Slatanic. Have a good one. Hope to see you next time. Steve, you still hanging around, buddy? I haven't heard much from you for a while. How do you know what? Well, good, man. Glad you're still here. What you working on tonight, Steve? Oh, they usually have one every weekend. And I think... Let's go to the station... Oh, there's no news apparently. Come on. Well, that's not cool. Where's the announcement for like the events go? Okay, well, I can't confirm just by looking there. Let's see here. Wonder if I can find that on Discord anywhere. And for like Picard, or sorry, for Riker. And there's nothing here on the news, so I can't tell you for sure. But, and I don't know, let's see here, where would I see... I usually post something in Discord. Let's see if I can find it in one of these guys' channels. What I need to do is save this so I have it on mine every month, I suppose. See if I can find a calendar. Event guide. I posted it or passed it there. But assuming they have one, there's some 50 plus research, and I think Rev probably did a video on this, I think, but it's this 50 plus stuff that I'm really interested in that I kind of forgotten about, but I need to get back to. There's always so much to do, right? But I think I can get to this one here, the component stability, the cost efficiency resource for ship components. Yeah, maybe Scopely's website will have it. Let's look there. It's a good idea. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Probably in the news. Let's see. There's the patch notes. Outdated. I'll have to look for it, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one this weekend. But there's some stuff here I'm probably going to try to get. Just the cost for upgrading my ships are so much, but I don't know, because I actually was able to spend enough to do pretty well in the first one. And my goal this month is not to get Riker to tier 2, but just to unlock him. So I don't have too many more shards to get, I think. Let's see. If I go to group, and let's go to the bottom. So I need, what, 38 more? So, the battle pass, let's see what we've got there. And I'll have to find the calendar, but we've got what, since I got the elite, 15 plus 4 is 19. Oh yeah, that's exactly half. So I just need to get 19 more over the next, assuming they have 2 more over the next 2 events, next 2 weekends. That's, you're really close, dude. You're really close. And you'll get there, and then you'll have fun just tearing it up and be able to take it out raiding with you. And that is actually, I'm interested. It'll be interesting to see how much Sloan will help with that. If you saw my video or someone else's, or looked at this yourself perhaps, but what one was it? It was one of these. No, it wasn't here. Combat Scavenger ability. So this one for Sloan starts at 4% and works its way up to like 50% to increase the ability of the amalgam. So that is something that may convince you that Sloan is going to be a good or a good fleet commander for you, because you'll be able to unlock him and be able to do raiding hopefully better Hopefully a lot better. I'm guessing it's just an increase on... Oh, I'm gonna speed up the other one. Whoops. I don't have that second repair speed speed up thing. The second queue, I should say. Now, what I want to do was to send this back out. And then I wanted to look at the amalgam because I can't remember. And I haven't looked at it enough to figure out how the calculations work with that. But if I swap my ship to mine, what is it again? Takes an additional 0.1% of the remaining resources. I wonder how that's going to affect the amalgam. If it changes that by 50%, is that what it's talking about? I mean, that's the combat scavenger. I wonder if it's really 50%. That will be interesting, Steve. I wonder how that works. I may need to do some research. That could be an interesting video or something to look into to see how well that boost from Sloan helps your rating. Well, it'll be fun to get a second one, Steve. After the first incursion, you have to tell me how it goes and how successful you are with your rating. That will be fun. I'll switch back to my Meridian. All right, Steve, I think I've got to go take care of Daddy's stuff in the homework scene. So anything that I can help you with, or anyone else that's online right now? Yep, rating does take forever. I'm wondering how Sloan's going to affect it, though, so that will be interesting to see if that 50% increase is going to do anything to it. So, all right, Steve. Well, it's good hanging out. I really appreciate, you join on these live streams all the time. I love just chatting with you and the other people that, if there's anyone else on and just listening, feel free to jump in next time and ask your questions or comments or how you're doing and what you're working on. It's a lot of fun, Steve, that you join these each week and just kind of hang out with you and talk about things. I learn so much from my viewers that come here or the people that comment on my videos. It's been really fun. So besides the whole idea of just kind of having fun helping my alliance out, I'm able to branch out a little bit through this. So that's been really fun. But anyways, I'm going to try and do this at least for now, unless I get busy on Thursday nights. I'm probably going to try and do these on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, but I'll keep trying to make announcements in Discord, so you can watch for that too. But anyways, it's good talking to you, Steve, and everyone else, and we will see you next week.